What's going on, everybody? Savage Drumming here with my friend Nick, pointed in the right direction today. He's towards the door. Makes no sense to you or anybody else, but there's a door right there, and I know Nick is in that direction. We are welcoming you guys back to the We're welcoming you guys back to the Crystal Chronicles podcast. Randy died again. He's with the Angels. He's in the break zone. Fingers crossed we have some form of recursion. But
they'll send him back for sure.
We got the Dragon Balls, Goku. We'll bring him back.
They just don't want him there. They'll be like, oh, not this guy.
Ooh.
Back to Earth you go.
Denied. I got a couple things to talk about this week. It's like I said, it's just going to be Nick and myself. Kind of shocked. One of the biggest Materia Cups, not one of the biggest ones, but one of the biggest shockers this year so far in the Raleigh, North Carolina Materia Cup 2025. The final standings on 8/31, 85 participants, and you will not believe some of the decks and some of the cards that we saw. Stay tuned, stay here, stay happy, stay frosty, whatever Captain Price said in Call of Duty, and let's get into it.
Well, let's first mention like the incredible amount of Wall 7 we saw at the Materia Cup. Like, it seems like now that Yuna is gone, everyone went, ooh, Wall 7's a thing again, and there's some pretty decent support for the deck too. The new Barch has been working really well with this deck.
Extremely
people
well.
like that new Undead Princess.
She's another one that gives a crystal when you flip into her with Warrior of Light. Between her, Glaciella Wazette, at least two different backups that generate a crystal and draw you a card. They're absolutely leaning into crystals. As soon as I mention crystals have potential, there's a just happened to call it at just the right time. 15 different times Warrior of Light 7 cost was in this Materia Cup.
I mean, it's just it's been a big topic of conversation recently, and a lot of people have been trying to play it, and it did pretty well. I mean, like damn near half the slots were taken by that deck in Top Cut for Rally. And watching it on stream, it seemed like it seemed like seeing on stream and playing against it. The deck seems really oppressive when it can get going.
If I'm reading this right, 27 different decks. The top played card 27 times Warrior of Light showed up in a deck list.
That makes sense.
Absolutely jumping back in the Warrior of Light list, and I don't blame him. Well, it's strong. Reactivations, haste, first strike, like a 10k body. Like, I don't blame you. I don't.
He also gets played in a lot of decks. He gets played in Wall 7. He gets played in. Well, he doesn't really get played in Wall 7. He's used as like pitch fodder to get for the special and also to get Gilgamesh online.
Yep, the Gilgamesh.
But he's
FFB.
also played, the one that gets you, a billion attacks if you get all the colors, in there, a bunch, and then then there's Refia who plays him. A lot of Mono Earth decks will play him. I think all of them play him actually, except for maybe some Avalanche lists. But usually you play the Wall for because he's just such a good card. He can be there for the color fixing for an Ama you need in a pinch when you're playing Mono Earth and you don't have like a color fixer on board yet. Obviously he gets played when you play Leo to get you all your backups back and a card. I mean, 10k first strike haste can pop a thing. He's incredible. Some of
the cards though that made this list, some of the top played cards, we were talking about it just before the podcast. Crystals is absolutely making a statement recently because I have not seen in recent LQs and recent Materia Cups Opus 21 Cyan, and I've seen it now in 10 different lists in this LQ, in this Materia Cup, because there's 10 of those that, look, they're playing Cyan more than they're playing Shantoto. They're playing Cyan just as much as they're playing the Opus 26 Bards. Crystals, there's a Wall 7 list with crystals that is absolutely difficult to work against. And I'm kind of shocked. I'm not super shocked, I should say, but like, I called it. I said it without knowing a whole lot about how this game works on a micro macro level. Crystals popped up. Opus 29, baby! Crystal support, let's go!
Well, now you're gonna run into the issue of if there's more crystal support, does that then also make like Wall 7 better? Does Wall 7 need to be any better? I don't know. I mean, Wall 7 is it's a great deck, and I wonder if this is I seriously doubt that this is the ceiling of this version of the deck. And even this is already like getting to top 8, top 4 almost with Wall 7. Like, it's doing pretty good. First Materia Cup, where it's seen a lot of play with the new Bards, and a bunch of them are topping.
Yeah, 4-color wall. Yeah, 4-color wall made it to 4th and 6th in the Raleigh, North Carolina Materia Cup. Who won that entire Materia Cup, however, kind of shocked me a little bit. Which of the Fens took first place? I thought I'm not saying it's a fringe deck. I didn't think this would be like, in 85 participants, I didn't think which of the Fens would take first. I really had my money on Wall.
Thing is, it's Tori Kelly playing this list. He said it himself that it's his favorite deck.
I don't blame him.
He's pretty sure he was the national champion last year. I mean, if there's anyone who's gonna win off of a list like this, it's probably gonna be him. And I don't know. His list is a little bit weird because he puts a lot of earth in it, and I don't know. Like, I don't know that people could just pick up this list and do well with it. But the sort of like monster idea is always fun, and I myself have been trying to play a lot more like the fire water monsters, because that list seems really fun to play too. And monsters is just like, they're just generally pretty good. Well, that turns out that Rum card is kind of busted.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, here's what I look at, right? And this is one of the reasons I'm really glad that Tori Kelly adds Earth to this list. One, I'm a sucker for Sophie. I love passive damage. Any of you in the comments that want to build me a passive damage deck, I'd be happy to play it. If I don't have to swing to do damage, big fan. Shout out to my boy Omega, never playable, but like, they run Opus 13 Sophie, which is great, huge fan of that. But the Earth that I'm really happy to see here is 3, and I know this was going to be a good card, is Mira from Opus 16. When a monster you control is put from the field to the break zone, choose a forward your opponent controls, deal it 2k. So they lose 7k power, and you deal 2k on top of that when a forward is removed. Like, you're taking 9k shots every time you get rid of a monster. Quick math. It's a nasty list, and I can see exactly why Earth made it to this list. Shout out to Sam Prime for taking second place in this Materia Cup. Running Chaos Arc. Nothing super like over the top in this one, with the exception of running 7-cost Vincent, Opus 26 7-cost Vincent. I think it's a very strong card. I think this card particularly, as we had talked about prior to the podcast, it's very cost inefficient, right? 7 is a lot to pay for something.
Yeah.
But the ability to continuously spot check and do repeated work is, at least it's not a 6 cost. If you only had to pitch 3 cards to play this, I'd be a little pissed. So I'm glad it's 7.
There's cute ways to play him in other decks if you really wanted to, but I don't think you can make him work in a real deck. But you know, technically
real
speaking,
deck.
the 2-cost red 13 backup can play this Vincent for 1, just to get the board wipe, you know, effect off, which is really funny.
Jesus.
But I think having him in like any deck that runs Earth might be a good idea, even as just a one of for this new Wall 7 meta that's popping up, because he doesn't target, so Wall 7 I do not believe would protect them.
Judge Jared, we're like 12 minutes into the podcast. Let me know.
Check. I'm pretty sure it's a target thing. Yeah, the forwards can't be chosen. Yep. So, you know, the Wall 7 doesn't protect them from, their special doesn't protect them from the Vincent, you know, board-wide 9K.
Nope.
Seems like pretty good tech for this new, like, Wall 7 heavy meta.
It's a lot of dabblage. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
A couple of the things I wanted to bring up really quickly. I'm gonna have to harp too much on them. Dragoons. Dragoons made it into this list twice. They made it to 9th place and they made it to 15th place.
We do love us some goons.
I'm very proud that these Dragoon lists are making it pretty far up the list. And maybe just because I fucking love Freya, not nearly as much as these people do. Quote, please let the rat jump on me. I love her. End quote.
That's a fantastic deck name, for sure.
Kassar's Games sponsors furries.
I mean, getting a new Freya just means that many more Freyas you can have for the big special Freya, the old Opus 3 Freya, where you can, you know, deal 2k for each job or card named Dragoon you control. So it's just another, you know, set of Freyas you can use for that. The new Freya on her own is also still pretty good.
I was just gonna say the
having
same thing.
haste and be able to attack and just instantly kill something if they can take damage and you have, you know, some backup set up.
I was
that
gonna say the
backup
same
Alice
thing.
is also incredible.
I think that new Freya is not the main focal point, but I played against it a couple weeks ago, and it being able to every time you swing pop something for 10 12k is kind of nuts. You're
Like,
talking about the Opus 10 Alice.
Yeah.
Beginning the main phase 1. Oh yeah. This was played
It's
against me as
just
well.
basically drawing a third card every turn with this
Yep.
deck, which is just amazing. Especially when you're talking about cards that are like, you know, the 5-cost Dragoon, who's an AK with haste that can be casted for 2 if you have played another Dragoon this turn. And if you have Alice giving you 3 cards every turn, it's gonna be easy to get this guy on board. It's gonna be easy to get all your Dragoons on board so that your Freya can do things, or you know, either one of your Freyas, the one that swings to kill things, the one that specials to kill things.
It's a very good deck. It's a very strong deck. I mentioned it to somebody recently and they told me it was kind of fringe, that it wasn't going to be super strong. It wasn't going to be strong enough, right? Like it doesn't protect you against Refia. It doesn't, there's a lot of stuff that prevents you from winning with this. Like, you have to top deck, which is why Alice is so special. Alice is so important in this deck. I mean, you've got cards like Ricard that you can reveal the top 5, so like you can search a little bit, but unfortunately in this deck you are top decking. So if you get something bounced to the bottom of your deck, like you're kind of sitting in a bit of a shit position, unfortunately.
That's why the you know, 3 cards per turn thing's so good. But the thing is, the issue for this deck is that there's no like interaction to deal with auto abilities, and things like Tidus and Une exists that can bounce your backups somewhere else, you know, where she's not fielded anymore. And that's when your Alice gets removed from the field, that's a tough spot to be in, for sure.
Well, that's why you run 3 of them, I suppose.
Or if people want to get real fun, they can. Well, that's only a 3 or less, or 3 or more. The Hecaton share. I think it's 3 or more actually. You can do that too, which would be really funny.
12th place finished in this Materia Cup. 12th place, the fucking 12, dude.
That's hilariously appropriate.
12 out of what was it, 85.
12 finished 12th.
Nuts.
What's crazier is like the one game I saw of it on stream, it lost.
Unironically, it's they're running Susano and 4-cost Warrior of Light.
Because they run the colors for it, so you know, why not?
And there's your Heian as well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that maybe lucky, maybe I don't know. But
I mean, there's for sure an element where it's like it's new, so people don't really know how to play into it yet.
Absolutely.
Which could definitely, especially like when you're working on the lower, like the first few rounds of a day, and you're playing against like people that you know aren't like hitting top cut all the time. They run into something new like this, might not necessarily know how to like find their way out of issues that this deck could create for you. Sure, I could definitely pick up wins. I can see that being why they got into top cut for sure. I don't think one like a single copy of this deck making it to top cut, or a single version of this deck making it to top cut necessarily means it's good or bad. Because it's new, you know, you never know. Maybe it is actually like good enough to see this, like maybe it's on the like borderline tier with like Scions and the old or you know the original Warriors of the Crystal, not the new Wall 7 version of that.
Yep.
Or maybe it's like just got lucky because it's new and people didn't know what to do.
Who knows? What I did want to say before we begin to wrap up here is some facts about this Materia Cup. 11 of the 16 players in Top Cut were already qualified for Nats. So 4 invites got passed down to Christian Cologne, 5th seed. I don't know what T16 means.
Tied for 16.
Oh yeah, okay, yep. So 5th seed, tied for 16. Shashir Amin, 7th seed, tied for 16th. Jonathan Kilmus, 9th seed, tied for 16th. And Anthony Skelton, 10th seed, tied for 8th. They were the ones that got the lucky invite after 11 out of 16 were already qualified. Just remember this when you guys go to your local qualifiers or to your Nats or to anything like that. Just because you place 22nd does not necessarily mean you're out. There's a lot of people that could have already been qualified. 22nd might be a little far down the list, but 11 people were already qualified.
You know, that means that there is only one person in this whole Top Cut that didn't get an invite or doesn't have an invite. Poor person.
I'm gonna guess it's probably Justin Jacoby or something like that. I don't know. I don't see the name, but also Tori Kelly already received the invite to World Championship, so they passed that down to Sam Prime. 2nd place, still 1st place technically, I guess. Still got your invite. But no, I mean, it was a really interesting North Carolina Materia Cup. Interesting to see that a lot of players are already qualified and that it's getting passed down a little bit. Interesting to see that the person who won, Tori Kelly, already had an invite. Not super interesting because we kind of expect that stuff. It's kind of like, I don't know. It'd be interesting if I won it twice.
There was a Warrior deck that got 3rd at this Materia Cup, which I think is its highest. I think 3rd is the highest Warrior placement in Materia Cup so far this year. It doesn't usually make it this far in Materia Cups. You're
right, huh? I missed that. Corey Kunkel with the Warriors list. That's pretty dope. Ferris, Clive, Ifrit, Tyvus.
Playing the new Fairs, playing Najee, of course.
Yep.
I've been seeing this Phoenix pop up a little bit more often now in this deck.
Phoenix, I saw, has been rather popular since last year, and I thought, I don't want to bring it up, but it was on the same video as the Hecaton Kyre. But you know who you are. You know who said that. One of you. You look me dead in the eyes.
Oh,
I hope this makes it back to you.
Note, like, how are you playing this in Warriors? I mean, you keep playing off the new Ferris. And that gets you a character you might want, whichever one. Get you another Tyvus, get you a Clive. They're playing the new 3-cost as well. Could be like a late game type deal where like a couple of your Clive efforts have gotten sent up out of here, and you play Ferris, get you the new Clive, and then special to kill something with another Clive could be good.
Yep.
I'm
Running
a
4
big
cost
fan.
and 3 cost.
Yep. They only are running one of these, but it's the 5 cost Cat 3 Bahamut that I'm just a huge fan of.
Oh,
the fact
God,
that the fact that it reads that the damage can't be reduced is fantastic.
And it becomes a 3 cost on your turn.
Yep. It's a 3 cost on your turn. Damage can't be reduced, and if it kills whatever it's hitting, it gets removed from game.
RFG is that Bahamut is scary good. Fucking let's call it for what it is. It isn't a mono art. I'm gonna die on that hill, brother. But it's a good card.
This is a card where I don't even care what it looks like. It could just be only text, and it would still make me smile as I RFG all 3 Refias from a Refia deck.
Just blank across the screen.
Just give me the text. That's all I need, and send Refia straight to hell.
I have a personal beef against Refia lately.
Refia or Tyvis, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Both of them go straight to hell. You want a selfie? Nah. Nope. Don't get that. He's gone. See ya.
Well, anything else you wanted to add, Nick?
No, I'm looking forward to Nats. I think the deck landscape for the 2 decks is going to be really interesting for that event, and it's coming soon. Good luck to the LCQ people.
Fingers crossed. Best of luck to everybody. And best of luck to you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the podcast, part of the stream today. I know you guys are looking forward to this every week. The viewership is consistent. If you guys like something on here, if you guys want to see something else, if you guys want to see more, please like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Everything you guys do shows engagement, and your engagement pushes the channel that much further. I could use all the help that I can get to grow this channel as far as I can, and you can be the one to do it. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Drive safe, drink plenty, stay hydrated. Thank you to Materia Hunter for all your help. Thank you to Nick for being a part of the podcast. Rest in peace, Randy. Miss you already. And we'll see you guys on the next podcast. I'm looking right at you.
Well, why are you doing that?
Because you're the better player. Maybe I can learn something.